Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a bonus reading for you, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. I feel like I'm just like dropping a bunch of readings on you guys today. And I kind of am because I was a little bit behind. Been having a good time doing things that I want to do, so I'm spending a little bit more time away from the desk. So thank you, Taurus, for clicking here. I do appreciate you. If you are somebody who just arrived and joined this tribe within the last couple of weeks or so, there's been a big influx of people. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. I do appreciate you so much. I do come back here usually a few times a week to read for Taurus because y'all are just eating up my readings like crazy eating up my readings. And I appreciate you so much, my bull gang. I am your Taurus sister. Let's find out what's going on, Taurus. Let's find out what's going on in this bonus reading. Let's give you some energy before the week begins. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And if you're cross-watching, thanks for doing that. Taurus, if you are interested in a private read, you know what to do. If you've been here before, look in the comments, please, the pinned comment. I'll give you all the information that you need to book a reading. Tell me about Taurus. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we'll do that. The Knight of Pentacles is popping out, and it is a bit of a challenge here. So I feel like the challenge is that you've been waiting for something, Taurus. I feel like an opportunity is about to show up, or you're about to give an opportunity to somebody, but there is an opportunity in the hand of the Knight. And I feel like it's been taking forever. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands, an opportunity for something stable. For some of you, an opportunity to buy a home might be what you are feeling the victory could be. Yeah, there's a home in the distance here. It does feel like for some of you, it's going to be buying a home. There is going to be an opportunity that is going to show up for you to be able to buy a home. Maybe you don't think that you can, but I feel like the opportunity is going to show up. There is victory here, so I feel like it works out the way that it should. And we've got two cards that look like they're pretty stable, right? We've got the Chariot energy here, and we have the Four of Wands. Fours are about stability, but we also see someone keeping balance here on both of these motorcycles. I want to say things are about to move forward really quickly here. Whatever the situation is, whatever the opportunity is, something is about to move forward really quickly and take you to some type of victory here. But I feel like you have to really be in balance. We've got Cancer energy here. You've got to really have your energies in balance, your feminine, your masculine energy, your life energy. Like you need to be in balance in order to get this stable opportunity that's showing up for you here. Tell me more about Taurus, please. We have the Six of Wands. There is a victory here. 6 and 4 is 10. It's about time to drop some sort of burden. I feel like whatever opportunity is showing up for you here, Taurus, it is going to give you an opportunity to drop some sort of burden here. And for some of you, you might be buying a home. Maybe it's been burdensome and you haven't, like maybe you've been moving a lot from rental to rental to rental, and now you're finally going to get some place that you get to stay. Like maybe you're finally going to get a lease somewhere, a couple of years or something. The Six of Wands is telling me that you will have some sort of a victory, and I think that you have people in your life that are going to cheer you on, because I feel like there are people around you who are also waiting for you to be able to get this victory. We do have the Three of Wands. Look at that. We've got a lot of fire here, right? I feel like you've been waiting for this. This is something you've been waiting for. And I feel it's almost like when you're ready to give up, Taurus, when you're ready to give up and say, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to go. Because it feels like exhaustion. 6 and 3 is 9. It's the 9, it's the wounded warrior. It's like things like this don't work out for me. I'll see, I don't even know I'm watching this reading. That's what it feels like here. And I feel like you've been hoping or wishing, waiting for something to show up. Well, and I feel like what you're keeping yourself occupied with is work. I feel like you're working hard. You might be working from home. I think that you keep watching all of the ships that are coming in, but they're coming in for other people. And you're like, where's mine? It does feel like there is, for some of you, that you're waiting for the Ace of Cups. I do see a cup sitting here, right? Some of you have been waiting on the Ace of Cups. But others of you have been waiting on a victory of stability. And I think for some of you, it might be like stability of your emotions. Like I don't want to have to depend on the ships that are coming in. That's what it feels like here. One more card. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Whoa, Taurus, everything is about to change. So I feel if you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, like, and it feels like you're ready to give up with the 9 wands here, you're ready to give up. You're like, you know what, I'm just not even going to look anymore. I'm not going to, it's like maybe you're taking another opportunity or you're moving, possibly. I'm just going to move out of the area, going to sell the house, going to get out of this place that I'm renting here. And maybe it's that. But it feels like somebody here, just when you're ready to give up, just when you stop feeling like the universe has their eye on you, the Wheel of Fortune shows up and everything changes. Everything is about to change in a very good way, in a very expansive way. Like it feels like whatever you wanted to come in with the ships is arriving, and I feel like it's arriving pretty quick for some of you. For some of you, if you're on this timeline as I'm reading it and it's resonating with you, it does feel like it's showing up pretty quick. $7 days to 10 weeks. That's what it feels like here. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune might move in October for some of you. Tell me about this 4 of Wands. What is this about? Tell me about the 4 of Wands for Taurus, please. Tell me about the 4 of Wands. We do have the Ace of Wands. So something super exciting is about to show up, Taurus. That's what it looks like here. Something is super exciting that's about to show up, and I feel like it is something that you didn't think was showing up for you, because we've got the 4 and the Ace, and that's 5, and that's competition. It's also indecision. It's like you never thought it was going to show up for you because you're just ready to give up. And just as you're ready to give up, everything begins to change. You start to see things start to change. Now, I'm going to say, like, if you're waiting to win the lottery, maybe that won't show up. Do you know what I mean? But it feels like little things start to change. Maybe you get a small raise. Maybe you get a small bonus. So maybe you thought you were going to win the lottery, but maybe that was a grandiose idea of what was going to show up. Maybe that is showing up, but it's showing up in a different way, a different way that you didn't expect it was going to show up. And so I feel like with the indecision comes the 9 of Swords. I feel like you're really worrying about it. And the 9 of Swords is indicative of being stuck in a cycle. Unless we see the Ace of Swords, I feel like you've been stuck in this worrisome cycle. Because the 9 of Swords is worrisome. It's like, I'll never own a house, Elsie. What are you talking about? I'll never have stability in my life. It feels like it's somebody who's like waiting for the other shoe to fall. It's like, I never have stability. Just when I think I have stability, somebody pulls the rug out. And so I think that you're always in this state of high alert, fight or flight. This 9 of Swords is about looking too far into the future, wishing and hoping and wondering and looking way too far into the future. We always have to plan for a little bit of the future, but if you're always living in the future, that means you're not appreciating the present moment. And so I feel like also the 9 of Swords is telling me that you're also living in the past. We do have the 9 of Wands. There it is. Yeah. Yep, right here in the middle. 9 of Wands showed up. So I do feel for some of you, it probably is worrisome. And it feels like, you know, this particular depiction, you can see somebody here is worried. They're working on something here, writing something out, could be paying bills. Things are adding up. You're starting to worry. And then at the very last second, when you just can't take it anymore, something changes. With the Wheel of Fortune, tell me what's changing here. Tell me what is changing for Taurus, please. It's changing in a good way, Taurus. Because the 3 of Wands is here, and so is the 6 of Wands. That's victory, which means the Wheel of Fortune means something is showing up that is great. Victory in something here. And you're going to get a lot of attention. And all those ships that you kept seeing come in for everybody else. I remember when, I'm just going to share a little personal thing, when I was pregnant with my son, I went like, I don't know, 6 days overdue. And I kept seeing women go into labor and delivery, come out with a baby. Go into labor and delivery, come out with a baby. I was like, when is it my turn? And so I feel like somebody, you may not be pregnant. Maybe you are, but you may not be pregnant. But I feel like you've been watching everybody else get their thing. And you're wondering, like, why have I been forsaken? Why aren't you giving me what I want? And I feel like the exhaustion sets in here. We do have the 4 of Swords. Why is the 4 of Swords here? Because of the Ace of Pentacles. You're about to heal your future. I feel like you're about to heal your future, and I do for some of you think that we are talking about financial abundance. Understand that the Ace of Pentacles can mean anything, right? Abundance is a big word and it covers a lot of things. Because really in the tarot, pentacles are energy. And whether it's money to you, but it may be somebody who is investing in your business to another person. And that's why it's so important to bring your intuition to a reading. Oh, we have a tower that's in the reverse. Look, for me as a reader, when the tower's in the reverse, it's a warning that something's about to change. So it's not here right now, but the warning is that something's about to change. And when I do these bonus reads, my energy and my intention is to read for the present moment and the future. I'm not reading for the past. So this is not a tower that you've come across yet. But I feel like when the tower's in the reverse, it tells me that it's a warning that the Ace of Pentacles is about to show up and it's about to heal everything. I feel like you've been enduring a lot of heartbreak, right? We do have the 3 swords up here, but she is holding one with the hope of, oh, right, the 1 sword, y'all. I was talking about the 1 sword, right? It's time for you to release something. She's holding the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords added to the 9 is the 10. It's time for you to release your worries, release this energy of waiting around for things, and that things aren't coming to me. My friends are all, pairing up and getting married, or my friends are getting the good jobs, or the money is coming through, and I feel like it's your turn. The Ace of Pentacles is everything. It changes your life because it's an achievement of some sort, but it's a gift from the universe, right? The universe is holding out this Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles can be anything, right? You can plant it and it can become anything. So I feel like there is a tower that is going to be showing up. So whatever is showing up for you, my friend, is showing up via a tower that is going to be coming in the future. Tell me about this future tower, please. I think you're feeling the rumblings already for some of you, which means that your intuition is going off and you're like looking out the window. It's almost like somebody's on the sofa looking out the window. Where is it? Like it feels like when somebody drives up, you're like, is that for me? Like, even though you don't know the vehicle, even though you didn't order anything from Amazon, like it feels like, is that for me? Like it feels like something is about to be showing up here. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands. It's going to require for you to stand up and be counted here. I feel like the 7 of Wands is telling me you're going to have to stand up for yourself. And in effect, as you stand up for yourself, you're dropping burdens. I feel somebody here is about to liberate themselves from a situation because there is something grand that's coming in for you here. The Queen of Swords, of course, is the one who's very eloquent and honest and truthful and highly intelligent and is always inviting. And I feel like you are inviting. And I feel because that you now have this flexibility of the mind, I feel like you are ready to drop some heavy burdens that you've been holding on to. And I feel like it's because you've been in the 9s for a while, Taurus. That's what it feels like. You've been in the 9s, waiting and feeling the heavy burden here. I want to say you're super resilient, my friend. You are super resilient, and it's time for you to stand up. It feels like everybody probably was saying to you, it's coming. It's coming. Like maybe you're seeing it in readings. Maybe you're seeing signs and symbols. It's coming. I feel like that's what the 7 of Wands, you can see that this person is sort of frustrated with all the wands that are pointed toward them. Like, leave me alone. Like, I'll shoot my own arrow when I'm ready. Leave me alone. But I feel like you've been getting signs and symbols, or maybe friends have been saying to you, it's arriving. Something is arriving here, and it's coming in with a tower. And it's something that you've manifested, friend. It's something that you have manifested. Tell me about the victory. Tell me what's coming up in the future for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's the victory for Taurus? 5 of Swords. Fool. Oh. And the 2 of Wands. Taurus, you've been fighting some sort of new beginning. I feel like you've been holding yourself back here in the 9s, right? Looking out the window. I don't want to start anything new because I know something is arriving. And I feel like the Fool is here finally. It feels like you are going to be taking a leap of faith into something. And I feel like it's something you were getting victory over some sort of place that you were stuck in the mind or stuck with somebody. It feels like it was a gridlock or deadlock. I'm looking at, I don't know where the place is. It's not here, but it's a whole bunch of traffic. Oh, it's Vegas. I'm seeing Caesar's Palace. So it's like all this. I'm sorry, I've got a guide for those of you who've never been here before. His name's Charlie, and he gives me clairvoyancy. And so I'm seeing from an aerial view, I'm seeing like bunch of traffic going one way. It's nighttime and all the lights are on, and I see Caesar's Palace in the background. So it seems like it's Vegas. So I don't know if I'm reading for someone in Vegas, maybe. But it does feel like there is some sort of victory that you're getting over this Five of Swords. So it feels like something that you never would have done before, or something that you were holding back from, or you had a conflict with. Something that you didn't feel was the right timing, or something that it wasn't time for, or you had a problem with it, or a person possibly that you were in a gridlock or a deadlock with. We don't have the same views or the same like we're fundamentally we have a break here. It feels like somebody here is about to take a leap of faith towards that. The Two of Wands is telling me that somebody is making a plan to take a leap of faith. And I feel like they're about to revisit whatever the fundamental differences were, and we're going to have victory over it this time. Somebody's willing to talk about what the differences are. Can we overcome the differences together here? I think you can. Look, the Three of Cups is here. It's going to be celebration. So I feel like there is somebody here who is, and it could be a person, but listen, it could be a situation that you've been waiting to resolve, right? That you've been hoping will resolve. It could be a house that you've been wanting to buy. Maybe you couldn't find the funds to come up with the down payment, or it feels like it's something that you've been watching everybody else get, but you're not getting. For some of you, it'll be love. For some of you, it'll be a house. For some of you, it's just stability in your finances, because the Knight of Pentacles is here, and so is the Ace of Pentacles. So we have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups. I feel like it's somebody, if it is love for you, it's somebody who's very attracted to you, sees you as somebody who's independent and does their own thing, and someone who's been waiting on to go out, be happy, have a celebration. It's a reunion of sorts. Like, that's what it feels like, a reunion. If we are talking about friends possibly, or a soul group you haven't seen for a while. Tell me what the Knight of Pentacles is, please. The opportunity is to take some sort of a leap of faith onto a new path here. And I feel like for some of you, it was something that you had moved away from because you didn't trust the situation. And the reason you didn't trust it because it wasn't divine timing, but now it is because the Wheel of Fortune is here. The expansion, it didn't feel right to you. When the opportunity showed up in the past, I feel like you weren't ready for it. You thought somebody was not truthful or honest. And I feel that you moved on to another path. Like you decided to leave something back there. Now, the opportunity could be a job. It could be a house. It could be something that is of a legal nature that you decided, I don't have the capacity to deal with it right now. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to table it and come back to it. I feel like it's showing up in the future with this Tower. And you're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to stand up and be counted, because your resilience has brought in exactly what you've been waiting for. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Star energy. And we've got the Judgment card. Yikes. Look at that. For those of you who are looking at this as a relationship reading, the King of Cups is arriving. Somebody who is emotionally available for you. Somebody who's really good in a panicked sort of situation. Somebody who's good in choppy waters. They're somebody who stays stoic no matter what. They're on the surface really stoic no matter how they're feeling. And I feel like they come in feeling very tumultuous underneath. This person sees you as the star, Taurus, so they see you as the brightest star. They see you could be somebody who has a platform somewhere where everybody's watching you, but it feels like they see you as the star. Even if you don't have a platform, it feels like you're the brightest star in the room, the brightest smile in the room. And it feels like for some of you, this is something that you've wanted, but it wasn't the right time back there. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, it is the right time to make the decision for this. I feel like when the opportunity presented itself, either you presented it to someone or someone presented it to you, it wasn't the right time. Whether it's buying the house, something legal, a relationship, a friendship, take it as it resonates. Knight of Wands is rushing in toward the Queen of Pentacles here. I really do feel like somebody's about to break the silence. That's what it feels like here. Somebody's about to break the silence for some of you. If this is, whether this is a friendship or a love relationship reading, I feel like there's going to be a reunion of sorts, because it feels like somebody has been watching you from a distance, and I feel like the person who's been watching you from a distance is someone who didn't give you any stability in the past, and you told them, no thank you. I don't trust that you can give me this stability. I'll keep this stability on my own. Thank you very much. And I think ever since then, I feel like you're somebody who's independent, possibly an entrepreneur, somebody who's been making your own money, having a lot of growth. I feel like you've been enjoying your time by yourself. You're somebody who's actually been enjoying being alone, enjoying being single. So I feel like somebody who's very desperate to get your attention, somebody who really is very taken with you. You look very desirable, but you know why you look desirable, Taurus? It's not because, I mean, the Queen of Wands is good looking, right? But I think the reason you look desirable is because you're stable. This person's got their eyes closed. You're not paying attention to this person arriving. Five of Wands. This person thinks there's competition for you, and that's why they're heading in so quickly here. But I feel like there is an opportunity, regardless of what type of opportunity it is. We do have the World card. We have the Two of Swords, so what we're ending is silence. Yeah, it's a break in the silence, and somebody's about to be very honest and truthful. They're going to voice their opinion. We've got the King and the Queen of Swords here. We have two people who are going to be very honest about each other. I think that with the Magician in the middle here, I feel like y'all have been manifesting each other. I don't think it's just you. This King of Swords is very determined, I feel, to get your attention. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you two have been separated for a while, and it's been nothing but silence. The Hermit energy is here, but it's turning from the Hermit to the Ten of Cups. Somebody wasn't putting in enough effort, and so you just let them go. You let them go do their thing, but now they're willing to give you reciprocity, and they're going to show up. And for some of you, if this is a house that you're buying, you are going to get the house. The Ten of Cups is here. That's the home. That's the happiness. And I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, you waited to hear from them for probably quite some time, or maybe it took you a really long time to save the down payment. And I feel like now this person's ready to work with you. The bank's ready to work with you. The loan company is ready to work with you. Because you're the King of Pentacles. That's why. Yeah, your financial situation has changed, and it's because you are the entrepreneur, or you're the person who's taking care of your own stuff. I feel like somebody here is going to ask to take you out, or there's going to be some sort of a reunion here for some of you if this is a love reading. I'm going to go for now, Taurus. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back because Mo's back. Love you guys. Bye.